And we're live with the band Blind Choice. What's up,
Yeah,
guys?
what's going on?
How are
Happy
you?
to be here, Popko.
I feel like we should have done this a long time ago, but I'm glad we're finally here. Blind Choice. What I thought Blind Choice was like a rock and punk trio, but there's four of you tonight. So do you care to explain that? Who's this guy with the shades?
So this is Mr. Lennon Mead. He's been filling in on bass for Matt, who's been in California for the past semester. So that's since August.
Yep.
So he's back for winter break and for our CD release party, the 30th. That's going to be at the Sherman Showcase. So
It's funny too, because I interviewed you guys quickly on the red carpet at the Steamtown Music Awards back in November at the V spot in Scranton. And I don't even think I realized that Matt wasn't there and we had this other character. And it wasn't until after I went back and looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, who is that guy?
Yeah.
Twin brothers, though, luckily.
Yeah. So Blind Choice, you guys, we're here today to talk about, you just released a new EP, which is a follow-up to your 2018 EP. So it's first new music, I guess you could say, in a few years. So I definitely wanted to talk about that. The album's called Silver Lining, and it's interesting because from the minute it started, I could tell like you guys grew over the last 2-3 years. Right from the start, vocally, musically. From the first song, I could tell like, okay, this is a much tighter band. So you're young, so obviously we expect you to get better as time goes on. But you started out in 2017, and I don't know how old you were then, but you were fairly young and kind of new to the scene. So talk about the band Blind Choice and how you guys started, and we'll get to where you are today.
Oh man, that's like a whole series of that's like a whole Star Wars movie like series. But
there's a lot of twists and turns in it.
yeah, so basically, well, before Tanner, me and Matt had started the band with our old drummer, who was my cousin, and that was back like 2013, 2014, and we were starting to like write our own songs and kind of playing some shows and stuff like that. And then eventually around late 2016, our drummer parted ways with the band and stuff like that. So at that time, me and Matt and our old drummer actually reached out to the studio to record our like a last demo sort of thing with our old drummer at the time. And during the process, I was talking to the guy there and just asking him if you knew of anyone, because I was like driving myself crazy, like just trying to just find somebody, somebody that wasn't like 40 years old and like like that played our style of music and stuff and would have the same level of commitment that me and Matt always had. So he long story short, recommended Tanner here, and me and Matt had a show scheduled for our school, Penargil Area High School, for this event that they held for childhood cancer awareness and stuff like that. It was cool. It was like an all-day event thing they had on the weekends. And so the school ended up asking us to play because they knew of our band. And I ended up asking Tanner, which denied at first. So I'm always going to hold him against that.
At first when he asked me, well, he didn't ask me to cover the show. He asked me,
well, yeah,
do you want to join the band? And at the time I was working at that studio doing like fill-in stuff and like playing for other musicians. And he asked me, hey, you want to be in a band? At the time I was in like 3. I was like, no, I don't have time for it. And so about like a week and a half later, he messages me back again. He goes, hey, we have this show for our school and our old drummer won't play it. Will you please just fill in for the show? And I've been there before, having to pull a band together within a week for a show. So I said yes, and they ended up coming down for practice. And within like the first song we played was When I Come Around by Green Day. We all knew it. So it just that first hit was like we all clicked with each other. Like me and Matt locked in right away, and we knew what was going to happen when it happened. So from that day on, and then we played the show, and it went crazy. The crowd was insane. And from that day on, I looked at my dad. I went, so how am I going to tell these guys after I told them no? Can I be in your band?
Yeah, it's fun. It's just kind of crazy how it all kind of just fell into place.
And I was 16 at the time.
Stuff like that.
So
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were all young.
15,
15, 16 years old. You're all relative the same age.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, now we're all in our 20s.
Yep, we're old now. We're out of our prime.
Our prime's long gone.
Yep.
Can you guys legally have a beer?
Yeah, all of them except for me.
Yep.
2 months. 2
Yeah.
2 months. All right. Well, it's
And
funny.
then
I just interviewed a band. They were from Chicago. Well, not Chicago. I'm sorry, Michigan. And the band's name is Frame 42. And I immediately thought of you guys because it's a young band, and the sound that they have, I was just kind of shocked how they sounded, because you would never know that they were that young. And I thought of you guys too, because it's the kind of same thing. You guys, hit the ground running. You formed fairly quickly, as you said, and before you knew it, Blind Choice almost became a name around northeastern Pennsylvania. So once you guys got together, I mean, what was how did you guys get out there at such a young age and kind of make a name for yourself so early?
A lot of that is due to like everybody working together. So like right out the gate, I've been in bands before then, and I've always just gigged. Like I've been gigging in bars since I'm 11. Like that's when I started myself. I actually started, like, one of the first shows I played was NEPA Scenes Got Talent. Like that was the first thing I did. And then played with a couple of bands. And then for a short period of time, I had a band called the Tellers that lasted 6 months. That was a little fun thing. It was like a blues band. But through that and like getting my foot in through the door with the people in this area. And then as soon as like I got in with these guys, I had a couple connections with a couple of the owners. Like I was really close with T at the time. And we just started gigging right out the gate. And since then we've played like over like 200, 250 shows, something like that.
Yeah, we were pretty we were honestly nonstop, like since Tanner joined the band. So like we were just, even while we were all in high school and stuff, like we were gigging like every weekend or even sometimes on days after school and stuff like that. It would
suck when you would go play in a bar till 3:30 in the morning and then go to school.
Yeah, like the next day. It was,
and I'm like falling asleep in my English class, and
it was rough.
Lots of times I got yelled at too.
we got through it. So
yeah.
Well, I know how supportive your parents are, but did they think anything of that? Like, I mean, they obviously knew what you were doing that before. It wasn't like you were out drinking or that you were actually, honing your craft. So like, what was that like for them? I mean, having their young kids, 15, 16, 17 years old, and they're out playing at bars and getting home at 3 and trying to go to school.
Yeah, it was kind of just like that. I was like, do I have to go to school the next day? And my mom would freak out, be like, yes, you have to go to school. You can't skip school just because you're, playing in the band. And I'm like, what normal kid is playing till 3:30 in the morning and then going to school at 6? But I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, to be
I
fair,
couldn't just like not go. I
yeah,
had
but
to go.
to be fair, a lot of parents wouldn't be letting their kids play till 3:30 in the morning. So
yeah, it's
give and take, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's all from their support. Like if it wasn't for their support, I wouldn't be doing this like at a young age. You know what I mean? I'd have to wait until like now to start, putting my foot in the door of gigging.
Yeah, and you guys have shared the stage with, you mentioned you play a lot of shows, but you also, shared the stage with a lot of, high quality talent. You had Richie Ramone of the Ramones, Bowling for Soup, Drake Bell, Trapt. I don't know how much you want to talk about that. I'm a huge Trapt fan. I mean, musically, I'm a Trapt fan. I'm not a fan of the lead singer and his little antics he has.
Yeah, they actually just act like it was a couple of weeks ago. They just asked us if we want to open up for them again.
And what'd you say?
End of it.
We're on the fence about it. We haven't said anything
yet. That's fair. I mean,
we're still looking at our schedules. We're probably most likely going to say yes, but
I think at the end of the day, it's like
a show's
it's
show.
Just and it's about the music, and we just want to take any opportunity we can to just.
And plus, the last Trapt show we did play, it was funny. We actually outsold Trapt in merch. It was funny.
Well, there you go. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Well, you got to take those opportunities when they come, right? I mean,
For sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it worked out great.
That was the
so
last show we had before COVID hit too. So
we anticipate to do it again. So.
yeah. Well, hopefully, you play with them and COVID doesn't, come back.
yeah,
in
right.
full swing.
It'd be like a soul
Our
prison.
last show before COVID was the
Soul
Trapt
prison.
show.
That's what I'm saying. So hopefully, if you play again, it won't be the same result.
Yeah. Yeah. It's at a different venue this time though. So maybe
All right,
like that
all right.
was the
break
reason.
the curse. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
break the curse. The cycle won't keep going.
Right. But I mentioned a lot of those bands. What was it like playing with those artists that, were very popular, amongst people, my age? I'm 39. That those bands kind of started out late 90s, early 2000s. So I'm not sure if they were on your radar as a young group, but knowing the clout that they had, the following that they had. I mean, what was that like playing, ahead of them?
I'll say, I mean, it's kind of cool to see them in their element, like touring and whatnot, and dealing with that, because they kind of just go one place to the other. So it's kind of inspiring to see like how they would just play so many shows in a year, and to be a part of that and everything was kind of cool. I really like Richie Ramone because he was like an old guy at the time. I would say, he was what, like
He's
60 or something.
I would say maybe even like 60s, even early
60s, probably
70s.
70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was still
but I
throwing
love-
down on the kit.
Dude, I love the Ramones growing up and everything, and to
Classic
hear him,
punk
he would
rock.
go out and sing sometimes. He touched my hat, remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
he touched
yeah.
your hat.
He
And
is
then
funny.
We remember the Bowling for Soup show. They let us go backstage in
Yep.
their trailer. We were
Yeah, we
chilling with
literally
the
went
Bowling
in
for
their-
Soup in their trailer. It was so cool.
Yeah.
So just seeing them in their element is cool.
Well, it just kind of gives you like that sense where it's like no matter how like famous you are, how big you are, like in whatever profession you do, it like, they're just people at the end of the
Yeah, they're
day.
still
You know what I
human.
mean? They're normal or working people.
Now, were your parents ever worried that you were partying with rock stars?
I don't think they were more so worried, more so that they wanted to party with us. No.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
They were with us the whole time and they were like, they look up to you so much. And we're just like, you're embarrassing us.
Yeah, stop it. That's funny. Did I miss anyone that like popular bands that you played with?
We
Well,
played with Drake Bell. We
Yeah,
played
you said
with,
them.
Diamante,
Diamante.
Jimmy's Chicken
That's
Shack,
cool.
and
Mhm.
we're really close with Small Town Titans. Oh,
Yeah,
Sponge
yeah, we
too.
opened up for Sponge. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
It sucks because we were supposed to open up for Alien Ant Farm, and that was like a little bit right after the Trapt show in Harrisburg. But that was like when COVID hit, and then that whole thing got canceled. I'm still honestly bummed out about that. I really wanted to play that show. Like I really wanted to meet those guys.
And we even got offered, but there's a whole story behind this. I had to play a performance at my school freshman year of college. I had to play. I'm in a commercial band. I get graded to play in a rock band. Easiest day of my life. But we got offered the same day that the show was going to happen for the school. We got offered to open up for Highly Suspect at the Sherman Theater.
Oh yeah.
And
wow.
my mom, I emailed my teacher. I was like, hey, we have this amazing opportunity to open up for this like Grammy Award winning band. And he's like, okay, you could go open up for that band, but I'm going to give you a D-. And I told my mom that, and she was like, no, you have to do the school thing. You have to think about your grades. And then she went and saw the show and went, I'm sorry, I made you miss Highly Suspect for that.
Yeah, way to go, Mom. The one time you're not supportive.
But other than that, yeah, we've played like all with all the artists, and we've had like Sean Foyce. You were at that show. Sean Foyce played from Breaking Benjamin, played Man in the Box with us on stage. Like
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was amazing.
Yeah, very cool. And how did you get these opportunities to play with these artists?
That's all thanks to Mom.
Yeah, I mean, we all just
she's our momager. But yeah, it's all working together and just finding the opportunities when they come. And some of the times, like these big shows are promoters coming to us. So
That's good.
it's just we're building name for ourselves and hard work. Like this last EP was probably one of the most like, I don't know, tooth and nail EPs that we've ever written,
Tooth and
because
nail.
it took all of us to write this, and it took all of us like some to the point where we're ready to knock each other out, but it paid off for the best. This is, I can wholeheartedly say this is the best music we've ever released so far.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And we worked really hard on this, and a huge thank you to AJ Larson too, who produced it.
Yeah,
Oh, from Don't Panic.
Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a really good dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like obviously, like we put our hearts and souls into, like, you know, when we whatever music we write, but like I've never, it's very I mean, I've cried to music, you know, because music just means so much to me, but like I've, for the first time, have like cried to like our own music, like, and I've never done that in my life, but it's just like, it was just emotional because like it's just obviously like it's just about a lot of personal things, and it's just the fact that, you know, me and the guys work together to make like disasters that the songs may be about sound and, you know, be so beautiful and stuff like that, you know, and like, you know, you're just really, I can't thank the guys enough for like helping me like create the things I write about like into something positive and that a lot of people can, you know, listen to and relate to, and you know, just really make an impact on their lives and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it was just in a sense where it was like I cry because it's like Tanner said, like it's just so much hard work, and even though we wanted to like, you know, beat each other up at times where we get so frustrated and there's just disagreements and stuff like that, it's just like you're just so relieved that it's done, you know what I mean? It's done, you did it,
and it sounds great,
and it's, yeah, we're really proud of it. So
Well, I'm glad you mentioned crying during music because, like, I'm guilty of the same thing. I cried. I went and saw Incubus when they played in 2019. It was their 20-year anniversary of the Make Yourself album, and I'm at that show and I'm crying there. I was at a Blue October show at the Sherman Theater 2 months ago or so. Cried there too. Like, it sounds weird to say, but like, you know, it's amazing what music can do. And, you know, I can't imagine, because I'm not a musician, but I can't imagine like what it's like, you know, what you're saying, putting your heart and soul into something and having that complete and finished and done and ready to share with the world, you know, what kind of, you know, what that means to you guys. So that's just, music is, as you understand, is very special.
yeah.
that's
And-
definitely is.
So talk about the new EP. Like I said, I mean, for the very first, you know, song, I was like, this is different from what they've done before. I mean, not that your previous music was bad, but I mean, it was you could tell you guys were young and you know, just starting to kind of find your way, and it was a little shaky in comparison to this.
Right.
You know, talk about this new EP and you know, the songs in general and how it may be different, you know, writing wise or whatever it might be, you know, compared to your previous music.
Well, writing the music, it kind of starts off with you know, Dylan will get lyrics down and he'll come to us and we'll all kind of work out the songs together. We started writing these songs like a year ago, and how we started it off with writing them, like the process, it's Dylan comes down, shows us the chords, he'll sing it through once, and we're like, okay, Matt will start, you know, like messing around what he's gonna play, I'll mess around what I'm gonna play, and then once we kind of figure out what those bare bones of what we're playing is, we come all together, and now we're gonna decide, all right, what's the bridge gonna sound like, what's the pre-chorus gonna go to, what are the words gonna be here, should we change the words there, like what sounds better. There's different processes to each song, but like that's like how we basically start our songs. And like our new stuff with the backing tracks, like that was, you know, Dylan started off with like the piano stuff and just adding layers of that into behind our actual playing, and then getting used to playing them both back and forth and playing them with the music, and it was just a lot of preparing.
And I would say like with this EP, like, well, it, like you said, I mean, it's so like different, and you know, I feel like we've grown so much since Mental Scars, our last EP that came out like 3 years ago. Like I, you know, if I could like look at like a whole timeline from like 2018 up until this point, like we not only like we just were influenced by so many more bands, you know, like that was the reason for our evolution of like, you know, our way of writing songs and, you know, evolving our sound and our, you know, just like Tanner said, like with with the backtracks and like, just to add like new elements, like keep our sound that we always kind of had, growing up, like when we first started, but just maybe like just add a little bit more like, ingredients to that, just to like make it fresh and new and exciting and like in our own way, like, and stuff like that. So like, hence like, Matt rapping and Without a Goodbye, or something, or even like me screaming and Nothing Left, or,
The crazy drum intro and
in The Mistake. It's just like we have so many different, we wanted all 4 of these songs to like represent like you said, how much we've grown and like how much we like just worked at getting better.
and who we are as musicians. Like, all the songs were started and written just with the 3 of us, no backing tracks, no nothing. And then, we started to add those things in. And it was just trying to, mess around and find new sounds and find out what our sound is. So it's a lot of experimenting. I still don't think we figured out what our sound is, but we're getting there.
Yeah. We're just, what do you think, Matt? Anything you want to just add about the process and for the EP and everything?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was instinct, a lot of it was planned. Sorry, I got cold. But yeah, I don't know. We tried to have a good time even when it was rough. And I think the result was great,
Yeah.
And the EP is called, like I said before, Silver Lining. It's available streaming everywhere. What was it like, when you guys started out, you're in high school. I believe you kind of all kind of parted ways to an extent, you're in college and doing different things. How did that affect, the band in general? Was it hard to kind of stay together and be able to focus on music while you're all doing different kind of things? Or was it easy because you had that foundation to start? Like, how did that play into who you are?
I know personally, well, for myself,
Yeah,
thinking,
it's personally with you guys from school.
I think the easiest that we like all worked together and everything seemed to fall into plan the most was back when we were all in high school. Now that, our schedules have gotten a lot more difficult. Like, I go to Millersville, it's a 3-hour drive from this area. So every time I play in this area during the weekends, I had to make that commute and then drive back on Sunday for classes. But I don't know. We all kind of just like, if we get a show, that's the date. If we have work, try to call off. Or if you have like something going on that day, it's canceled. You have that gig. It kind of, we put gigs first before anything else, really. That's for myself and for the guys as well, I think, right?
I'd say so. I mean,
Yeah.
250 something plus shows in
Yeah.
a span of like 4 years. Yeah,
We don't
I mean,
like saying no to shows, no matter if there's going to be 3 people or 300 people.
What's smart? I mean, you never know. I mean, you could be opening up for, somebody, and there's someone in the audience that, has a connection that you guys need. And, had you said no to that opportunity, maybe you miss out. Who knows?
Yeah.
yeah. So
And you're young. You got to do it now.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, the only thing that we have trouble with is practicing. That's
Yeah,
for
we
some
don't-
reason we can never schedule a practice.
Yeah, we
but
play
can have
more
gigs all the time.
Yeah, we play more shows than we practice.
Yeah, that's really more so us gigging is us practicing.
We even
got-
like play songs there that we never rehearsed that
Oh,
we
yeah,
just
like-
make make work.
As long as Dylan knows the chords and the lyrics, we'll play the song.
And you said Matt was in California. I don't know if that was I think it was for school, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously has to be difficult to get together. It's a flight across the country is different than a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were kind of like stuck in that situation when it first happened. We were actually at a show at Finnegan's, and we were talking about like one of our shows. I think we were talking about our Scranton Cultural Center show that was like coming up at the time.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so as long as we could all be at that. And Matt's like, oh, I'm not going to be there. I'm like, what do you mean you're not going to be there? I'm going to be in California. I'm going to school. Wait, what? And that's how he told us. And I was like,
It's just
Well, no, I was more nervous for sure.
yeah,
He
I wasn't
just
just like, yeah, I'm going.
yeah, no, he was nervous about it. But yeah, so then,
Well, no, I mean, we're lucky though to have Lena.
yeah, if it wasn't for
course,
this
great.
guy,
yeah.
he kind of came in at the last. He was one of my best friends back in high school, and he's a really, really good guitar player, and that really translates over for bass. You know,
Yeah.
Matt, I'm gonna tell you, by the second gig that we were playing with Lennon, I was like, is Matt on stage? Like he was literally killing it from like this. By the second gig, he had everything down.
Well, I remember Matt saying, he's like, well, think of my playing kind of like Jerry Garcia. And it just clicked. Yeah.
Matt, do you ever
Yeah.
look from afar and be like, oh man, what if they replace me?
That's their decision.
No, Matt's
I'm kidding, I'm
like,
kidding.
The good thing is though, like I do some of their designs and all that, so we can still work together that way via the computer and whatnot. So
look, Matt doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice to leave this band.
Stuck
You're
there.
stuck. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our last, like our EP cover, like that was all Matt.
Yep.
Oh, very
all
cool.
Matt. All of our recent gig like posters that have been up, like especially like the Finnegan's ones, like that's all Matt too. Like
Yep.
he's just doing this crazy stuff on the computer, sending it to us. And like Matt has even designed, he's even designed our merch,
Yep.
our posters that are coming out, and new stickers that are coming out. All the new stuff is all done by Matt.
Everything. Yep.
So
That's cool. I find out oftentimes that, bands, not only are they the musicians, but they're also the promoters and the designers and, video editing and all that kind of stuff. It's not what it used to be where the bands just played and that's it. There's so much more to the bands these days than it was 20, 30 years ago.
Oh yeah. That's just the technology, thanks to the technology, you can
Yeah.
like do anything, whatever you want. You can just get it done. The power of just the internet
and we learn a lot doing it by experience, just trying stuff out.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have an EP release show coming up December 30th, Sherman Theater. It's a showcase show.
yeah, it's a showcase. Yep.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be like the show to cap off 2021. So
the official show of the year.
yeah, it's going to be the biggest and baddest, most I don't know. I can't.
I'm just saying, if people
I'm so
go,
excited.
if a lot of people go, if we sell out the showcase, I'll break something. I'll break something on stage.
We'll
Yes.
break stuff.
Yes.
So there will be destruction if it's a sold out show.
Nah, we don't.
So go if you want to see us.
Yeah, you
kick-ass show.
whoever's watching this,
Yeah.
come to the show. You guys won't regret it. We're gonna be debuting so many new things, our new songs from the EP, new merch, everything. So it's like gonna be a whole new era. So
Yeah, we're
Very
starting off the next year of the new Blind Choice era.
yep,
So,
Very cool.
we're even changing our faces.
yeah, I'm getting reconstructive surgery. Lennon's face on my face.
Yep,
Ooh.
Matt's on mine.
And then,
There you go.
Yeah, like that.
Me on
who gets Tanner's mom's face?
nobody. Nobody. Why would you say that?
I thought she's like a member of the band. She's behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
She's got to bring her forward.
I got the perfect idea. Actually, my dad just came back from Guitar Center running an errand for me. The dude at the counter called him Noel, so we'll give him.
Noel's got a wicked beard now.
He just looked at me.
Oh man. And the Sherman Theater, for anyone watching or listening, is in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. They've had a ton of great shows at that venue. So great spot for sure.
Yeah. We played the main stage. Last time we played there actually was main stage. We played opened up for Pat Pending. That was a fun
They're
show.
awesome.
That was
Yeah.
like 450, 500 people there. It was insane.
Yeah, that was still probably one of my all-time favorite shows. It was just so fun.
It was like the most surreal moment ever. It's like
It felt like you're in
it
a
was like a
movie.
daydream. Like you imagine your band going on stage, playing in front of this awesome crowd. They go nuts. And then by the time you get off stage, you get to the merch table, everybody is just
Flooding you.
swarming you. And this, they want you here, they want you to sign this, they want you to sign. Like it literally felt like a dream. And then we woke up the next day, like, oh, that was cool.
And
Well,
it's gone.
that's not gonna happen again.
No, you have plenty more opportunities for that, for sure. I have no doubt. But you're also an award-winning band, correct? You've won some Steamtown Awards. I think you won a contest that the 979X put on a few years ago.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Talk
I was next to
about-
Rock.
yeah, we'll talk about some of those experiences and what it was like again
Oh,
at a
man.
young age to be a part of those moments, and how that kind of probably helped motivate you to, keep moving forward.
Yeah, well, I know like the first award we won was actually the first year Tanner joined. It was 2017, I think, and we won People's Choice Award. And like we weren't obviously expecting it because, like I said, we're like 15, 16 years old at a bar, like with all like these like 25-plus-year-old people who were like been around the music scene for so many years. And like we get called up on stage and we're just like, what? We're just like mad. Like we just kind of we don't really know what's going on. And we were on stage, and so we won that award, which was pretty sweet. And then the following year we ended up taking first for, like you said, 97X's Next to Rock contest. That was awesome. I mean,
That
I'm sure the
was
guys
sick.
can say, yeah,
Pack the tees was packed.
it was,
and
shoulder to shoulder.
shoulder to shoulder. Dylan broke his guitar on stage.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Rock star.
Oh yeah, we had to like do something.
We had to do
like, for
something
that.
to
To stick
grab everyone's
out.
attention.
So I wanted to set the place on fire, but they thought that not.
If it was my drum kit, I would have kicked it off the riser. and
He had
smashed
he had his insurance, right?
I think so.
it.
That's what insurance is for.
Sadly, I think the bar is closed now. I think it's up for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really sad because we used to. Those are like that was
I was rewarded.
Thirsties. Yeah, Thirsties is like the bar. Like we used to play like 5 hour shit. Yeah.
You can't see it, but right up behind where you are set up currently, we have the first EP release of our Firing Squad EP.
We have
at
2 of 'em.
Thirsties. So we have that that big
That's cool.
poster. And
Yeah, a lot of support up north, in the Scranton, and Thirsties was in Oliphant. Yeah, you had Thirsties. You have places like the V Spot. I always felt that the scene up that way was a little better than down in Wilkes-Barre, which I'm not sure if you guys have ever played down that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
we played
yeah.
a couple shows down
Yeah, a
there.
good amount. Yeah.
Really? Where at?
We've played the other side.
The other
we
side.
played.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have one coming up. No, you guys played that without me.
Oh, at Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, the Toys
That
for
was me.
Tots.
Oh, yeah, me
Yeah.
and Lennon. That.
Yeah.
Wow. What was that? What was it called, Lennon?
I don't know. I'm blanking on
Sports
it too.
cafe or something. I feel like it was some sort of like pretty nice, honestly,
Yeah.
like fancy cafe. It was for like a Christmas Toys for Tots like event thing that they
The
were
Jazz
having.
Cafe,
Yeah.
maybe?
Some
Maybe.
Oh yeah, Saunas.
Sanunas.
A word we
Sanunas.
can't say.
Sanunas, yeah, that's
Sanunas,
it.
that's it.
We
Yep.
we played there, yeah. So
Yeah, we played Carl Hall.
we did that place was it was pretty cool. Like I would love to play there if it's like packed. It's just like a straight. I mean, last time we were
It was
there, it's like a
basement,
yeah.
straight basement. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was sick.
smelled like a basement, tasted like a basement. What more do you want?
Yeah, it's a basement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's thankfully there's places like Carl Hall. The other side is been closed. Well, it's reopened as something else now, but yeah, it's no longer like a music venue. But yeah, down my way, down Wilkes-Barre area, that's not you have Carl Hall, you have Sanunas, like, but that's not like really a venue, I would say. Like, I think the venues would be Carl Hall, Jazz Cafe,
Mhm.
and that might be it as far as like true venues, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, COVID really wiped out a lot of like venues. I know it wiped out the Chameleon Club
we used to
up
play
over
there a
in
lot.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Did they ever open up again? Or
No, they're closed.
yeah, so that was like a legendary venue
Yeah,
too.
that's where we opened up for Diamante,
Jimmy's
Chicken
Chicken
Shack,
Shack.
and like we played
They
the
were
Diamante
packed.
show. That we thought that was packed, like it was crazy. And then we played
Jimmy's Chicken Shack
and
didn't
it
make
was
any
to
sense.
the back wall.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
insane. It was. I was like, I was expecting more. So for Diamante, but like Jimmy's Chicken Shack, they were to the back and they loved us, and the crowd interaction was insane.
Yeah, it was awesome. You know,
We had a lot of fun.
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what's
Uh,
next for Blind Choice? You know, we're wrapping up the year. That's 2021. You got an EP release show, coming up at the end of the year. What can we expect from the band in 2022 and beyond?
Get your notes out.
We
have all of
we
our gigs
came-
written
All
down.
right.
We
I have
came
notes
prepared.
too. I have notes too.
we didn't want
A
to
whole
show it.
bunch
'Cause
of-
we wanted to act like we knew all this at the top of our heads, but we're gonna expose
No,
ourselves.
we're the worst people to if you like on a normal day ask us, hey, when's your next show? Or well,
No.
when are you guys playing here? Huh? Where I'm playing there? What what show? I literally am told the day of the show. You have a gig tonight, 8 p.m. Be there. And then I'll call you about 4 times and ask, what time is it tonight?
Pretty
And you're the
much.
one that usually tells me that we're playing.
Yeah. And my parents are usually the one that tell me that we're playing that morning.
Parents will never stop being parents, right?
No. Nah, I mean, it's just we're horrible with that kind of stuff. I don't know why. It's literally I can never remember when we're having shows unless it's like, oh my God, we're opening up for these guys, or this is happening then. It's like there's so many that keep going on, it just gets all jumbled up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what you
Yeah.
got? What's coming
All
up?
right. So, well, like I said, the big one, the cap off is December 30th. Sherman Showcase. That's in Stroudsburg. That's the big one for the EP release. Then, wait, this is weird. Now this says December 21st.
Okay, that's tomorrow night. We're gonna be
Yeah,
on
so-
Rock in the Valley. That's another live stream, like, but we're playing.
Right.
basically.
This will air after
Okay,
that.
so they're not
you,
in order.
You
Okay,
missed it. You missed it.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say,
already
yeah,
missed the show. Don't
we missed the
even-
gig.
don't
Don't
even
bother
Show's
listening to
over.
us.
Show's over.
you
But
can-
yes,
you can, I mean, you might be able to rewatch it.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Sure.
but yeah, tomorrow we're playing. This name is so confusing. So it's called the Shanty on 19th.
We thought we were playing on the night.
Yeah, we thought it was like, yeah, like we thought that was the date, but that's just the name.
That's funny.
And, that's actually going to be live streamed on Rock in the Valley's page, usually on Facebook. So it's usually a live stream, so you guys can just check that out. They're usually just live stream exclusive shows. So we do that with Steve. He's an awesome guy, so shout out to him. Then
And when
January
is that? I'm sorry.
tomorrow, December 21st. Yeah.
Oh, the one that people missed, and then maybe we can watch later. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
And now we have more.
All right.
And then January 7th, first one of next year, we're going to be at Love Drafts Brewing Company. That's in Meckensburg, PA. And we're going to be, it's a whole lineup of all kinds of awesome bands, including like Soft Spoken and other bands. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Then January 16th, we're going to be at Finnegan's. That's in Scranton. We play there a lot. We're actually having Tanner's 21st birthday there.
Yeah. That's gonna come out to that
Damn.
show.
Shots.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
So that's what I'm saying. So, but
Tanner has never had an alcoholic beverage before, ever in his
he
life.
hasn't.
I've been
Never.
playing in bars since I'm 11, but I don't.
Never
He will
once.
not answer that question truthfully with his parents right next to us.
No,
pleads the
I'm
fifth.
I'm telling people that it's never happened. Never
happened.
once. Never happened. He's an
Popko's the
honest
magic
kid.
genie.
He will
Right.
not have alcohol till he's 21 and legal
Well,
age.
I am 21 of age.
Tanner
You got
is
that right,
100%
honestly.
clean.
It's pretty much the truth.
Straight edge till 21.
Yeah.
So January 22nd, the Gin Mill, and this is actually a bigger show we got coming up. We're opening up for Tantric. That's going to be a lot of fun. We played at the Gin Mill a couple of times.
Yeah.
So yeah, we opened up for Tantric at Artie's Bar and Grill. That's in New Jersey, around that area. I'm pretty sure.
Tantric is awesome.
Yeah, they're cool guys. So we opened up for them one time. We're opening up for them again. I know what you're laughing at. And then after that, February 19th, that's Tanner's birthday. So that's going to be his 21st celebration at Finnegan's once again. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then last but not least, February 26th, we're going to be playing at Sportsman's Cafe in Allentown. We're going to be playing with Crooked Ways. They're an awesome band. We played with them before.
Yeah.
They're good dudes, and a couple other bands. So yeah, we got a good amount coming up for the next couple of weeks. And you can literally buy all the tickets that all these shows I just named off on our website, blindchoiceband.com. So
Cool. Well, there we go. Well, what else? Anything else we can?
I mean,
Oh, what we really want to do.
it's
is
not
go on
going to
tour.
happen, but we want to go on
We want to go
tour.
on. We really, really want to go on a tour this upcoming summer and just tour the ever living shit out of Silver Lining.
Yeah, like we want this EP to be like the EP that at least like just gets us out there, man. Like Whoever's watching this, just sign it. Something. Sign us. Just we're desperate here. Come on, we're broke college kids. Like
I wish I had more than 5 listeners to help you out.
please, for the love of God.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Of course.
We're gonna nonstop just gig as we always do. Take the opportunities when they come, and we don't know what's gonna happen until it happens. But we're gonna be grinding the whole way. You're definitely gonna be seeing a lot of us all next year, and probably the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that.
Well, I hope
Then
so.
after that year,
But after that year, we're gonna take a break.
Take a break the year after that year. Yep. Definitely want to do that. Well, where can people find you on social media?
Literally everything. Like, to make it easier, literally just go on our website, blindchoiceband.com. We got all the links to our social medias or the tabs on there. So,
All
Facebook,
the music,
Instagram,
music videos.
YouTube. Yeah. So we're going to be having a pretty big year, hopefully in 2022. We got a lot of big things coming up, so we're looking forward to it. So
Are you guys on TikTok?
we are.
do.
That's something.
Well, we don't have any TikToks yet. But
Yeah.
we are on TikTok.
Right. Yeah. We have an account. It's
Yeah.
Blind Choice. So if you want to
Yes.
follow that, once we finally release TikToks, you'll be ready for them.
And
so.
we're going to. We're gonna
Yeah,
start
we've actually
scaring
been
the crap
discussing
out of it.
that.
We
Disgusting that.
like the studying of the TikToks, which one's gonna go viral of this song of this month. It's like country or like this country boy walks in and sings like an emo kid.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do something like that, maybe, or I don't know. We just want to blow up.
We'll
We want to
figure
be
something
everywhere.
out.
We want to be on the middle of Times Square in the.
We just
morning.
we just want to like travel. Like I don't know. Just get out there as much as we can with this new music and just show people our passion we
This
have
is
for
what
our
this
music.
is what we want to do for the rest of our lives. So we're gonna keep grinding until we can do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
Perfect.
I wish you guys the best of luck in achieving that.
Thank you.
It'll be
Thank you,
fun.
man.
It'll be fun when you do. It'll be fun to be like, when I'm really old. 'Cause I'm already old, but like maybe like 3 years from now, saying like, I remember them when they were 15 playing Thirsty's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, right. Maybe like if we get big, we'll like chip in. We'll all do like a foundation and rebuild teas. You know what I mean? Like for like a reunion thing or something.
Well, it's
still
open. It's
there.
for sale. It's still up. You didn't burn it down, so it's still there.
We didn't burn it down. We go back just to burn it down, and then we'll rebuild it back up.
Yeah, we build it up to break it down.
I just want to watch it burn so I can build it back. Yeah, that's funny. Well, guys, thanks so much for doing this. I really appreciate
Thanks
your
for
time.
having us.
Yeah,
It's
man.
blast.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah,
having us, man.
and I hope you get to the next level quicker than you expect.
Oh,
Yeah,
gonna
we're hoping
grind.
so too, man. We appreciate it.
And hopefully, I'll see you guys sooner than later.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yes.
Come to the
All right.
30th.
Yeah.
I think Stereo Joe, are they going to be playing that show as well?
Yep.
Stereo Joe and-
Stereo Joe and Times Infinity.
Yeah,
Those are
Nick,
the openers.
Nick invited me to that too. It's just tough with the holidays and traveling to see family and all that crap,
Mhm.
Yeah.
all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I'm old and married. I
Nah,
have
yeah.
a kid. I got to do all the family shit.
It's
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get that, man.
I'll find a babysitter. You got a babysitter? What's your mom doing?
Yeah, right.
Oh, she'll be there. I mean, you can bring your kid too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll blow his ears out. That's
bring
good.
everyone.
Yeah.
Bring the whole fam.
Bring the
Yeah,
whole
that's what I'm
family. It's a
saying.
family event.
Bring the whole Christmas dinner.
We'll have sodas, candies, and
Apple juice.
Ham,
apple juice,
Yep.
and apple sauce.
apple
right.
cider,
All the
apple
apples. All the apples.
Apple iPhones.
Yeah, we drag my little brother to everything. He's like 16, 17 now, and he's selling our merch. He's a merch guy.
Well, he doesn't really like doing it anymore. He's kind of,
He still does.
yeah, he's like outgrown us. He thinks he's in like that phase where he's
Right.
like, I'm better than you kind of, you know what I mean?
Right. And then when he's like
That-
20, 21, I'll be like, oh man, I wish I did more with
He's
that.
like half a centimeter taller than me, and he's like fixes his big stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kids.
Even-
It's goddamn kids.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again. And hopefully I'll
Thanks a
see you
lot.
soon.
Yeah, thank
you,
you,
Johnny.
Pavgo. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Have a good one.